Our team is proposing language arts lessons that both engage the student through gaming while following the standards set by the National Assessment of Educational Progress. As you will see, this project integrates a highly sophisticated gaming platform into an educational product. With this product, we can promote a culture of readers where students successfully use spoken, written, and visual language for learning, enjoyment, persuasion, and communication. Language is the basis for all learning. It allows us to read and write, listen, speak, and think about the information we receive from our environment. Language is the basis for our interaction with one another and the world. It allows us to be successful in the workforce and to be engaged citizens. But today, children are spending 1 hour per week reading books, compared to 20 hours per week on the computer and 23 hours per week watching TV. We will show students how to use some of the time they spend at the computer productively, learning through the language arts. We show students how language to learn can be fun and exciting.
Over the past 20 years, reading comprehension scores have been going up for 9-year-olds, but falling for 17-year-olds. We offer an opportunity for middle school students to extend their learning rather than give up or drop out.
The University of Texas at Arlington, the University of Texas at Dallas, and the Texas Education Reform Foundation have joined forces to address this downturn in reading. Our team is ready to develop, produce, and evaluate these serious games. In addition, we have classroom teachers who are ready to test and pilot the games in real classrooms.
Remember playing in a sandbox? In your imagination, the sandbox could be a redwood forest, the Roman Forum, a 17th century galleon, or a rocket ship. The sky was the limit. In your environment, different characters existed who had their unique beliefs, values, and ways of acting. All of this was in your mind. Mini-games present preset scenarios or stories that students can play through. The proposed games fit in a class called sandbox games. The story is invented by the player through interaction with selected characters.
UT Dallas has created the 21st Century Sandbox, a creative three-dimensional digital environment wherein reading, writing, and evaluation take place. This is not just another video game. Rather, it is an engaging, exciting, and interactive learning platform. The UT Dallas proprietary game platform uses character and event modeling. It's quite different from typical football, race car, or other entertainment games. The UT Dallas Arts and Technology team, leveraging their earlier work developed for large research sponsors, have partnered with educators and researchers from UT Arlington and the Texas Education Reform Foundation to provide students and teachers with a completely new learning architecture.
Students write their own stories, develop complex characters, and interact in a three-dimensional digital world, using a level of gaming complexity and technology that today's children use in their everyday entertainment.
Teachers might use this educational gaming environment in lesson plans about figurative language, story construction and dialogue, and descriptive writing. Depending upon the teacher's goals for a lesson, stories may be required to have specific elements such as characterization, heroic journey, crisis, and resolution. The teacher can create a prologue, or what gaming people call backstory, for any particular assignment, or leave it open for student imagination. Educational experts from UT Arlington provide detailed strategies, including connections to national standards, possible narratives, suggestions for the teacher facilitator, and assessment strategies.
In this example, the teacher starts a lesson plan by providing a setting, characters, and some basic plot details. She describes the purpose of the reading and writing instruction and activities that will take place within the context of the gaming scenarios, and encourages students to be creative and imaginative as they construct a narrative story. The students are then required to use the character details provided to come up with descriptors for the setting and characters. Students will write a descriptive, detailed, and engaging conclusion to the story. Students also include original dialogue to bring the characters to life and to move the story along.
In preparation for this exercise, the students have already been reading across a variety of genre and texts, and the teacher has modeled multiple possibilities for embedding plausible descriptors and narrative storylines into their writing. Teachers can also provide structure so that students can work socially and collaborate in groups for lessons on descriptive writing, and interaction that often takes place in the context of gaming itself. The program includes a large menu of 3D realistic, abstract, and fantasy characters and environments to choose from. Each group picks a unique environment. Guided by the teacher, students brainstorm in groups discussing what their characters are hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling in that setting. Students are required to bring the environment to life by adjusting their use of spoken, written, and visual language to communicate their story effectively. Drawing on their knowledge of the particular story genre, story setting, and characters they are focusing on, students can zoom in and focus on particular parts of the story, adding detail and description. Students and teachers develop complex characters using a proprietary UT program called Conscript. This program is intuitive and invisible to the user. Conscript allows students to build characters by cataloging and categorizing answers to specific arrays of questions. These responses define characters and allow each to act independently. Every character is unique and based upon the described character model. Throughout the process, students keep a written digital journal of their creative process. It includes topics like how they decided to work out a storyline or interview their characters. Throughout this entire module, the teacher is the facilitator, and classroom discussion with teacher feedback is integral to student progress. In our digital sandbox, characters plus events plus environments lead to creative reading, writing, evaluation, and learning. Through this personalized learning experience, each student will have the right experience at the right time. Here is where traditional literacy and reading instruction meet 21st century technology. What are we waiting for?